Hello everyone, I'm Extra Cheesy 87 and this is Let's Play Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Part 12. In the previous video we brought Chapter 3 to a close and revealed Vasquez as the manslaughterer she is. I'm still not entirely sure what she'd be charged with, because it seemed like she wasn't really like a murderer. But we started Chapter 4, wherein we saw old Miley boy, old edgy boy, has shot someone and tossed their body into a lake. So we'll have to see what's going on with that. Hey, Nick! You know if there are any good waterfalls around here? Are you looking for chests? Because everyone knows if you don't put loot behind a waterfall, you legally have to turn in your game designer license. I don't make the rules, it's just how it works. Waterfalls? Dare I ask why? Duh, Nick, isn't it obvious? I need a waterfall to stand under, preferably a freezing one. Oh, is that part of your spirit medium training? Of course, except I've been slacking off lately. I need to brave the elements and be forged anew under the rushing spring waters. Okay, I don't know about any falls per se, but Gourd Lake is pretty close. Oh, darn. Sorry, but them's the breaks. Couldn't you just take a cold shower or something? Good idea! That was a joke. So much for rushing spring waters. Next in the news, a large unidentified animal was spotted at Gourd Lake. The town is buzzing with excitement. Locals are calling it Gordy, and the tip of the hat to Nessie, the Loch Ness Monster. Although its namesake Nessie proved to be a hoax, don't you dare say that, you little bee. The locals are confident that Gordy is the real deal. Gone. Boring. Can't they show real news for a change? Why are they talking about the stock market? Shut up, Phoenix. Nick? The water pressure's kind of low in that shower. You want more pressure, huh? Why don't you go down to the fire department and have them spray you with a hose? Good idea, Nick. No, that's not a good idea. You'll hurt yourself. Apparently, Fey blood is no aid in detecting sarcasm. We interrupt this program to bring you a special news bulletin. Strange occurrences continue at Gourd Lake, but this time it's murder. Gourd Lake again. The body of a man was found in the lake earlier this morning. A suspect was apprehended. Sources inside the police department revealed that the suspect's name is Miles Edgeworth, age 24. Edgeworth was an up-and-coming prosecutor known for his skill and connections. He was guaranteed a long and rewarding career. Has he thrown it all away? Edgeworth? Never heard of him. Oh well. What's going on? Edgeworth would never do something like... Nick. Maya. Fireman yelled at me when I called him. We got bigger things to worry about than that. They arrested Edgeworth. What, you mean the prosecutor? Was he fabricating evidence again? No, of course not, silly. They would never arrest you for that in this city. He's a suspect in a murder. What? When? Where? Whom? Why? How? How many bodies? I don't know. Let's go find out, Nick. Have you ever seen a real-life attorney's badge? You know, I think it's developing a nice luster. I'll look at your badge later, Nick. We've got work to do. I suppose you're right. Well, what should we do? What do you mean? Let's investigate. We should talk to Mr. Edgeworth and check out the crime scene. You're right. We need more information. Save aimless and confusion for later. Or aimlessness? Well, any good ideas? Not really. I do my best thinking when I'm standing underneath a waterfall. You ever seen a real-life attorney's patch? I guess we should go to the detention center. This is where it happened? Yeah, Gourd Lake is in the middle of this park. I can see some police walking around in there. Questioning people, probably. Hey, isn't that Detective Gumshoe over there? Well, pal, there's enough of us here. Anyone found anything? Sorry, sir, nothing. Idiot! The trial's tomorrow. We need clues on the double. But, sir, there weren't any clues. That's why we arrested that attorney, Mr. Edgeworth. It's clear, sir. He's the one who... Shut up! Just you try saying that again. I'll tan your hide. I'll make you sorry if you do. So just get out of my face, pal, or I'll slap the taste out your mouth. Yes, sir? Go fetch me a switch. Detective Gumshoe's kind of scary today. Fruits. It's you, Larry Butts. You're that hairy guy. Hairy Butts. See, I knew the joke was coming. Right, Phoenix Wright. Will he ever learn my name? Hey, just what are you doing here, pal? Investigating? Well, yeah, I suppose. Well, I'm here to help. Ask me anything you want. Bring it! What about those 3 wacky digits on the back of your credit card? He seems different than usual. I wonder what's up. Mr. Edgeworth hasn't actually asked us to defend him yet. Huh? Oh. You don't say. I mean, we'll talk, but we should have gone to the detention center first. Detective Gumshoe, do you know what happened here? Huh? You don't know, pal? No. Wow, okay, Mr. Head in the Fluffy Pink Clouds lawyer. Head in the... Huh? Never mind, I'll tell you. It happened last night, about 15 minutes after midnight. It was dark and stormy, as they say in all those stories. The fog was so thick you could cut it with a knife. There was a boat out on Gourd Lake. In that boat, there were 2 men. One of those men shot the other with a pistol. Bang! And the shooter was Miles Edgeworth? I mean, he doesn't look like he shot him. He looks kind of surprised. A cop who arrived on the scene arrested him. How did they get there so fast? Well, there was a witness. When the report came in, we raced to the lake. A witness? You don't think Mr. Edgeworth is a murderer, do you? Absolutely not. It's impossible. I don't care if there's a witness either. I don't believe a lick of it. Right. Who cares what the witness says? I care. You really believe in him, don't you, Detective? Of course I do. But, the police are pretty sure he's the killer. Nobody's even really taking this investigation that seriously. Oh no! After all the help Mr. Edgeworth has been to us fabricating all that evidence, throwing all those innocent people into prison, I mean, come on. Hard to imagine that no one's standing up to take his side. Well, at least you are, Detective. At least you are. Do you know who will be Mr. Edgeworth's defense attorney in tomorrow's trial? I mean, I assume himself. He hadn't got one yet. What? Trial is tomorrow, isn't it? Well, I don't know the whole story, but apparently no one he's been talking to will take his case. Why not? Mr. Edgeworth won't tell me. When you guys showed up, I figured he asked you to defend him. Unfortunately not. Well, pal, then you got a job to do. Help out Mr. Edgeworth. Prove that badge you wear isn't just some fancy piece of metal. Prove it to me, pal. Show it to me you're an attorney. Speaking of which, have you ever seen a real-life attorney's badge? That badge! You're showing that to the wrong guy, pal. You gotta show it to someone who needs it. Okay. I was just wondering if you'd ever seen one. Who is this witness? Sorry, pal, that's confidential. Anyway, the witness saw everything, apparently. I'm sure they'll turn up at trial tomorrow. Was there only that one witness? Shit, dude, I don't know. It was pretty cold out in the lake last night, and it was Christmas Eve after all. Still, we're being thorough. You never know when you're gonna turn up another witness. That's why we're here today, checking things out. So far, we're coming up empty. Oh, it's Christmas today. I'd forgotten. What are you getting me for Christmas, Nick? KFC. Talk to Santa. Alright. You know, Nick, we've all been in here one time or another, haven't we? I guess it comes with the territory. I mean, who hasn't been arrested a few times under false pretenses? I mean, come on, everyone's done it. I'm not sure it's something we should mention to many people. Ah! Hello, edgy boy. Hey, Edgeworth, come back! What are you doing here? Nick, I don't think he's in a very good mood. Well, he is in detention. No recess for you, loser. Were you in a good mood when you got here? So you've come to laugh at the fallen attorney? Then laugh. Laugh! Well, why aren't you laughing? I'm so funny, aren't I? Nick, should we be laughing? It's kind of funny. Nah, it's a trick. Laugh and he'll get mad. Or burst into tears. Edgeworth, we don't have so much free time we can spend it coming down here to laugh at you. Yes, you do. Actually, he's right. I hoped you wouldn't come. I didn't want you to see me. Not like this. I didn't want to see you like this either, believe me. Have you ever seen a real-life attorney's badge? Your attorney's badge? Edgeworth, let me defend you. Good one, Wright. I'm not that hard up. Not yet. What? What do you mean by that? Me? Trust a wet behind the ears lawyer with only 3 trials under his belt? Never. But we got 3 wins, yo. What? My case is near hopeless, Wright. Every defense attorney I've talked to has turned me down. Oh, okay. I see what you're going for. You don't want us to take on a hopeless case so that we don't mess up our reputation. I see what you're going for, edgy boy. Simply put, they were afraid they'd lose. It occurred to me that it might be my fault that they lack confidence. After all, I did get every single one of their clients declared guilty. I don't believe it! Regardless, I don't want you involved in this. You in particular, I cannot ask to do this. Edgeworth, tell me what happened. Why should I? What are you going to do about it? We're the #1 investigator? We're gonna help you, that's what! Help me? You? Don't be ridiculous. Sorry? You're a novice. You've only been in 3 trials. Hey! Sure, you got lucky and won all 3, but your luck's bound to run out some other day. Some other day? Where'd that word come from? You need real skill, Wright? Experience. Nick, he's insulting you! Nick! I'm always the one who has to get angry. The murder took place at Gourd Lake, correct? Yes, late last night. The lake is a long way from your offices and the courthouse. Why were you down there? I see no need to tell you. It's not like you're my lawyer or nothing. Mr. Edgeworth, you didn't really... Gordy? Huh? I went to see Gordy. Gordy? What's that? I'll tell you later. Why won't Edgeworth talk to us? Did you do it? Edgeworth, this is really hard for me to ask, but, I mean, you know, did you shoot that guy? You didn't do it, right? Right? Why are you saying your name out loud? I mean, like the other Wright. Think what you will. I have only one request. Huh? Stay out of this case. Why? But Nick is trying to help you. I know that. But I don't want your help, okay? Why not? Look, just go away and leave me alone. Nick? Mr. Edgeworth did it, didn't he? Maya, let's go investigate elsewhere. But Nick? How's it going, buddy? This guard monitors the visitor's room. He hasn't moved an inch since I came in. A real pro. It's almost like he's a drawing. Okay, defense request. Is it true? No one will take Mr. Edgeworth's case? Yep. He's a bit of a celebrity. If you defended him and lost, your reputation would be sure to suffer. What's more, the case against him is, well, it's pretty solid. I suppose it would be if they have a witness. Hey, pal! Don't tell me you're gonna turn your back on him, too. Remember the Steel Samurai case? Remember how you tag-teamed that lady? Mr. Edgeworth helped you get your client declared innocent. I know. I went to Edgeworth, I tried. He really doesn't want us to represent him. Especially not us, he said. What? Well, that doesn't make any sense, pal. You should have heard him talking about you after that trial. He kept saying, right, over and over. Nick? I'm not sure that's a good sign. Neither am I. Why wouldn't he want your help? I don't get it. Detective Gumshoe, sir. What? Find something? No, sir, not yet. But there was a call from the precinct. They want to hold an investigation briefing. Briefing? Right, I'm off. Yes? Other right. Oh, sorry, pal. I guess you heard. I gotta go. Any last things you want to ask me about before I head back? What about the autopsy report? Yeah, do you have any information on the victim? Shit, dude, he's dead. Sorry. They haven't worked up that autopsy report yet. I'm still waiting for it myself. Actually, say, if you get the time, drop by the precinct. We can talk more there, pal. You're not coming back, detective? Probably not, pal. I can't swim and lakes scare me. So, what should we do if we have something to talk to you about? I don't know, write a letter? Shit. Here, I'll show you how to get to the precinct. Come down here and see me anytime. Except on Friday nights at 11. That's my alone time, and don't you dare interrupt it, you little bee. Directions to the police station received from Detective Gumshoe. Oh, hey, Detective Gumshoe. What? We'd like to take a look around the park. Can we walk around? It's a park. It's made for walking, dummy. No problem, pal. You got my permission. You know, Nick, I think there's something to be said for talking to people when they're busy. Yeah, they don't have time to think about not giving you information. Right. Now let's get investigating. Did you do it, trash can? Did you do it, tree? I feel winter's chill from the bare leaves today. What is it about winter that turns people into poets? I don't know, but my toes are starting to feel numb. Yeah, my poetry has that effect on some people. That's pretty good. The sign says Gourd Lake Nature Park. This place is full of families picnicking on the weekends, but no waterfall. Not many picnickers come here for spiritual training, Maya. Yeah, because they're losers. Into the Gourd Lake. Wowzers, this is Gourd Lake? Yup. I'm not sure it warrants a wowzers, though. Probably not. But hey, look at that snack stand. Let's say samurai dogs? I want a samurai dog, please. I bet they're great. Name like samurai dog, how could they not be? They're a little behind the times, though. The kids are all into the pink princess now. I mean, like, you know? Nope. Like I said in one of the previous videos, kids are fickle. They'll find something else to watch. Trash can is empty. At least the place is well maintained. Okay, my controller like died for a second there. Huh? Somebody left some poppers here, you know. You pull the string, it pops. Yeah, I know the ones. You see them a lot around New Year's. Hey, Nick, they might be a clue. Let's take them. Come on, admit it. You just want to pop them, right? Was it that obvious? Poppers. Absolutely. I suppose it couldn't hurt. Where'd they go? Into my pocket. Dude, mine's great. A hot dog stand. It's close. Hot dog! It's a hot dog stand. The Christmas fringe looks a little half-baked. The banner really reads samurai dogs. Somebody needs to redecorate. Anything on the menu? How much is a hot dog? A samurai dog. What's the blue supposed to be on the samurai dog? I can't think of what condiment is blue that you put on hot dogs. I don't really, you know, I don't really eat hot dogs very often at all. Gosh, I can't even remember the last time I had a hot dog, if I'm being honest, but I'm a very plain type of person. Wow, Gourd Lake is really big. Yeah. Say, Nick, why is it called Gourd Lake? Because it looks like a gourd? Oh. Well, a long time ago, they used to grow gourds here. Whoa, no way? Well, it sure looks... I was sure it was because the lake looked like a gourd when viewed from above. You know, like an hourglass shape? Well, it is shaped like a gourd, actually, but that's just a coincidence. Oh, okay. Now wait until she hears about Drug Addict Lake. Lineup of plastic benches. I guess the idea is you buy a dog and eat it here. I doubt anybody would sit here and eat on a day like this. Except maybe Maya, if she had a samurai dog. Okay. Into the woods we go. It's still December 5th, in case you were wondering. No camping, but somebody's camping. Do you like that art? I like it here, Nick. Look, someone's camping. They got guts camping at the scene of a murder, and also in front of the no camping sign. Hey, Nick! If you were camping here last night, they may know something about the murder. That's true. Good call, Maya. Let's talk to him. There's food and some magazines on the sheet. It takes a pretty tough skin to camp in this cold. The sign says no camping. Funny place to pitch your tent. Wait, what if the sign said no setting tents on fire? I don't think they'd be able to fit that. They don't got that many characters. I don't think they have signs like that. Oh. Hey, Nick. What, don't tell me you're hungry again. No. I was just wondering, why are camping pots and pans made of aluminum? They didn't talk about that in any of the law books. So there's no law saying they have to be made out of aluminum then. I'm not having this conversation. It's because they're lightweight. That's the real answer. This SUV has seen better days. It's dented all over, is it? I can't believe anyone would drive their car down here. There's nobody here. This camera has a mic and some sort of attachment. It must take pictures when triggered by a noise. Wow, cool, let's try it out. Hi, I'm Nick. Maybe I'm not saying it loud enough? Hey, I'm Nick. Huh. Nick, will you stop that? Maybe it's broken? Don't kick it. Maybe it isn't set to respond to voices. Well, what then? These things? The party poppers? Oh my god, it's snapping, dude. Well, it responded. Yeah! Hey, you! Get your hands off of that! What in the Sam Hill? Look what you done now! This here goes the whole roll of film! Sorry? Sorry's nice, but don't pay my bills. You know how much that roll of that film costs? I'll pay you back. What were y'all thinking setting off a party popper in a place like that? Well, what? Don't try and play stupid with me just because you think I'm some country bumpkin. Yeah, I know how y'all thinks it is. Yeah, you say, you know, Southern folks talk an exaggerated drawl, why they must be dumb. Well, let me tell you, just because I might be dumb don't mean we all are. Nick, help. And who are you now? Her chaperone? Yeah, no, rather, we're sort of, like, friends? Just figure out what y'all are gonna say and say it for Jesus' sake. God, I'd rather sit through one of Papa's draws than listen to you stutter all day. Oh boy. I guess we should pay her for the film. Watch it. Yes, ma'am. On second thought, I'll pay later. I'm really sorry. You ever seen a real-life attorney's badge? This is my badge. There are many like it, but this one is mine. Huh? Our badge is supposed to be all shiny and impressive. You a cop or something? I'm a lawyer? What? Y'all ain't gonna try and pull one over them lawsuits on me with that film now. Cause I'll have y'all know I'm a fighter and I'll wrestle meaner looking things than you. No, that's not it at all. We're here investigating a murder that took place here on the lake. Murder? Well, hot dog, that sounds pretty sweet. Why didn't y'all say that in the first place? Go ahead, ask me anything you like. Finally, some cooperation. You two, y'all can come out of hiding now. I won't bite hard. Come to think of it, where did Maya get to? Sorry. I was feeling a little overwhelmed, the culture gap and all. Never mind you, honey. I talk like Yank if y'all... Well, I can talk Yank for y'all if it pleases you. Thanks. I think I'll be okay. Great then. I'm Loda Heart, but y'all can call me Lotta. Just you got a lot of heart? Okay. I'm here photographing meteor showers for a research project. Mighty pleased to meet you. Okay, so we got her in a good mood. What happened? Oh yeah, when was that murder anyway? I ain't seen much television lately. It happened late in the night on Christmas Eve. Why are you talking like me, Phoenix? Shut up! Sometimes I don't read the nameplate and you just get the same voice, okay? That's so, Christmas Eve? A man on a boat was shot? Did you see anything? Well, let me see. A boat, you say? I reckon I might have seen one. Nah, not sure though. Y'all gotta remember, I've been watching this here lake for a good 3 days now. I've seen enough boats to choke a mule. Kinda hard to remember which I seen when. What do you mean you've seen enough boats to choke a mule? I mean, I'm familiar with the phrase, but, I don't know what it means. I mean, I know what it means, but like, it doesn't make any sense, you know? It's kinda like shake a stick at. So, what does you do, Lotta? Huh? Me? Y'all don't really want to know that, do you? Actually, I'm a research student at Country U, right in the heart of the Heartland. Wow, neat. Nick, she's a research student at a university, Country U. Uh-huh, so I hear. So when did you come up here? Let me see. I guess it was about 3 days ago. What are you photographing? Didn't I tell you that already? Meteors. Yep, meteor showers. Fallen stars. That's quite a camera you have there. Y'all better know it. It's German made, a genuine Solagen. Isn't that where they make knives? So what's that device you have stuck to the camera? Huh? Device? Your camera went off all by itself and I fired my party popper. Oh, that mic triggers the shutter whenever it detects certain sounds. It's programmed to pick up loud noises right now. A programmable camera? Neat. Oh, loud noises like, say, a gunshot? This camera is rigged to respond to noise, but it only responds to loud noises, like a party popper. Party popper, pick a pepper, you know. Alright, I guess we're done here. We'll be back to the boat rental shop. December 25th, boat rental shop. Nick, what is this place? I mean, it says on the frickin' large sign, lady. A boat rental shop, closed for Christmas, it seems. I guess a murder taking place on one of the boats won't be good for business either. Boats? I've never ridden on a boat. Really? Well, how about we go on when the trial is finished? Also, it's kind of overrated. Hey, good idea, you bet. Especially if it's like, you know, a non-motorized boat. It's, you know, I mean, I guess it's kind of neat, like, to do once. A small boat rental shop. I mean, the problem is that when you're on the boat, then usually they force you into fishing, and fishing is maybe one of the most dull activities in the world. A small boat rental shop. Doesn't look like anyone is around. They're probably closed because it's Christmas. There are some boats floating at the dock. Was one of these boats used in the murder, I wonder? Nick. Huh. I changed my mind. I don't really want to go on a boat ride. There's nobody here. What about in the bushes? Anybody in the bushes? There's more forest off that way. I doubt I'll find any helpful clues in there, and that's why the murder went unsolved. I don't want to, you know, get my feet dirty. Come on now. Okay. Take me to the entrance. Take me down to the criminal affairs department. What in the hell is that creature back there? Is that Sonic? Looks like Detective Gumshoe isn't here. On the wrong, miss? Turning yourself in? Okay, what'd you do? Shoplifting, larceny, public indecency, prostitution? No, none of those things! We're looking for Detective Gumshoe? Is he around? Gumshoe? Oh yeah, he's in a meeting right now. I don't think he'll be out anytime soon. Okay, we'll come back later. You do that. Oh, and go straight home and stay out of trouble. No more shoplifting, you got that? Do I look like a criminal or something? I mean, you don't not look like a criminal. This must be the chief of the detectives here. He's glued to his computer screen. What? Gord Lake! Gord decided. I don't believe it. Couldn't you be reading something more important? That must be one of the detectives. He's mumbling something to himself. He's trying to win Minesweeper. Your mama could see, you know, she'd be crying. Break and spit it out, you low-life scumbag. He must be doing image training for interrogations. These are the detectives' desks. There are computers and files on each one. Funny, they're a lot tidier than I expected. I guess the detectives don't spend a lot of time at their desks. What is this creature? Is that the police department's mascot? That's the Blue Badger! Okay, it is Sonic. It was my idea. I made it. It's my mascot. I see. How nice. I'll get him assigned mascot of the Criminal Affairs Department if it's the last thing I do. Good luck. Okay, I think we're done here. I don't know what to do. Maybe go back to the detention center? Or not? Anybody at our law offices? Any ideas? Not really? You do your best thinking while under a waterfall? Have you ever seen a real life... Oh, we have the camera. Now? Maybe we could ask her about the camera. Oh, there we go. I didn't realize that was added to evidence. Lotta? Yeah? So your camera, it triggers on loud explosion noises? Explosions. Yup. Basically the victim in the case we're researching, he was shot with a pistol. A pistol? Right. Now, wouldn't a gunshot make a similar noise to our party popper? I guess it would. Your camera didn't get a picture of the murder, did it? Hey! Y'all are pretty bright! Huh? I see what you're saying. Tell you what, I'll have a look-see at my film. It would have been a photo taken late last night. I checked them once, don't remember if there was anything on them though. But what if I got some? I could be a witness to a genuine murder. Yeehaw! I'll go check that film. Y'all come back now, you hear? She went inside her SUV. I guess we should come back later. Okay. Anybody down at the boat rental place? Nope. Okay. Anybody back at the entrance? Anybody back at the criminal affairs department? Yes. Still in that meeting. Hey! Thanks for coming down, pal! Detective Gumshoe! We just finished the meeting for better or worse. I get the feeling we're in for some bad news. You ever seen a real-life attorney's badge? Do you know anything about the victim yet? No, still can't ID him. Has Mr. Edgeworth said anything? Not a word. So, how'd the meeting go? I can't tell you, pal, you're a lawyer. True. You know, I don't know what to believe anymore. Sure, Mr. Edgeworth's human like you and me. Still, I get the feeling that if he'd done something wrong, he wouldn't go hiding it. That's just the kind of guy he is. Why can't anyone else see that? So they think that Mr. Edgeworth did it? Well, the trial's starting tomorrow as scheduled. I see. Hey, in the end, you didn't tell us about the meeting. Don't go telling anyone else, pal. Dude, he frickin' socially engineered his ass. Yes, sir. And do me a favor. Stand by Mr. Edgeworth. He needs help, and you're the ones to help him. I'm sure he's got some reason why he won't talk to us. Thanks, Detective Gumshoe. Detective Gumshoe? How come you trust Mr. Edgeworth so much? Well, I think that was obvious. We got a strong working relationship, us two. We trust each other, and that's how it works. Kinda like friends, with benefits. Legal benefits. A working relationship? See, Mr. Edgeworth always gets the defendants declared guilty every time. Yeah, his methods might be a little extreme at times, but there's a reason. He trusts our investigation, see? He trusts us to get the right man. Alright, so, he's an idiot, got it. And that's why I work extra hard, pal. We gotta earn that trust he placed in us. I see, but, like, don't you mess up all the time and, probably send innocent people to jail? Shut up! Mr. Edgeworth is a man you can trust, and you have my word on that. Remember that time you said that, Maya was the killer, and then you're like, actually Phoenix Wright is the killer? Makes me think that you guys don't know what you're talking about. I was wondering, did you ever get that autopsy report? Oh, that? Yeah, I made a copy for you, and also it sounds like you're talking like me again. Autopsy report added to the court record. Thank you. What did it say? I didn't read it. Sometime on the 24th or 25th calls, one bullet shot to the heart. Nick? Huh? Can you show me that photo of the victim? It's a guy. That face. Someone you know? I don't know. I just have this feeling that I met him somewhere a long time ago. You ever seen a camera before? Sorry, I'm drawing a blank right now. You ever seen an autopsy report? Well, I hope it helps you, pal. Thanks, detective. You ever seen a real-life attorney's badge? I'm drawing a blank right now. Alright, fine. See ya. Edgy boy? No edgy boy. Anybody over at the boat rental shop? Back to the woods. Menu navigating simulator has logged online. Hey, y'all! Lotta! Wait up a sec, we got bingo! Bingo? My automatic camera took 2 pictures last night. Hey! And only one of them was of my junk. This is him, take a look. Wait. See? He's shooting him with that pistol. It looks like that, yeah? But you can't really tell who was shooting. Yeah, well, there was enough fog out there last night to strangle bullfrog. But, you know, seeing these photos reminded me of something. What? I saw the murder happen. I'm a witness. What? Are you serious? Of course. How do you forget? Never mind. Y'all reckon I should tell the cops? I reckon no. I reckon no? What's that? Now don't y'all think that you can pull one over on me just because you speak the lingo. I know enough to know that when you see a murder, you best tell them cops. It's my obligation as a citizen. So I'm off to talk to the cops. Snitches get stitches, lady. Y'all can have this photo. Later. Wait, Lotta. What? Can't y'all see I'm kind of busy? I got a lot of work to do. Got a lot of confessing to do. Got a lot of, talking to do. Got a lot of other stuff to do. Tell us what you saw too, please. Nice try, honey, but I wasn't born yesterday. I'm a witness, and that means I'm on the side of justice. That means the cops. I'd sooner eat the south side of a northbound skunk than tell you. Lotta. Don't let it get your skeevies in a bunch. Friends today, enemies tomorrow. Or is that the other way around? No matter. I'm gone. See ya. Hey, maybe they'll let me do some testifying. Hot darn. Left. Oh, that's one more witness. What do we do now, Nick? Well, she saw something. There's not much we can do about it. Question is, what exactly did she see? I guess we'll find out in the trial tomorrow. Okay, it was taken at 12:15. Okay. Anything in the truck? No? Boat rental place finally? Looks like the police have given up their interviewing. Hey! What? Nick, I think Santa's mad at you. Long time no see, Nick. Nick, you know Santa? Wow, Nick and Saint Nick. Hey, I see the connection. Don't be ridiculous. Dude, it's me. Larry? What are you doing here? Isn't it obvious I'm working my day job? I sell samurai dogs, want one? Gotta get money for dates, you know? My girl Kiance deserves the best. Kiance? Not another model, I hope. Oh, she's a fine woman, Nick. It was her idea that I wear this costume. She was all, you go, girlfriend, you know? I mean, at least she's supportive. That's pretty cool. She bought this costume for me. That's great, Larry. Wow, a Santa costume. She must be really nice. Whoa, cute. Nick, who's she? She's not your, not my what? No, she's not. I'm his partner, Maya Faye. I'm, the little sister. Sister? Wow, Nick, must be tough. Working 9 to 5, having to take care of a little sister? I wouldn't wish that on the world. I'm not Nick's sister, I'm my older sister's little sister. Huh? Sounds great. Don't worry, Maya, he's not listening. Ever seen a real-life attorney's badge? Huh? Oh, that's your attorney's badge, isn't it? Dude, you really helped me out back in that trial. So, sorry, I can't really pay you. Because you blow it on Kiance. But, you can have all the hot dogs you want. Really? That was a joke. They're $5.50. If you let her at your dogs, you won't have any left for the other customers. Hey, no problem. That's what makes her happy, you know? How many times do I have to remind you that it was me who got you off the hook? Oh, you ever seen a real-life photograph before? What's this? You know, my eyes have been getting pretty bad lately, Nick. Actually, the photo's blurry, Larry. It was taken last night. Last night? You ever seen a camera before? What's that? Here's a camera. You take pictures with it. Huh? Larry, you mean you don't know what a camera is? Of course I know. Hey, you're looking at a bona fide junior high graduate. All the way up to 7th grade. I was talking about the weird contraption on that camera. Oh, that. Well, it's hard to explain. Just forget about it. Well, don't go showing it to me then. Jeez. He's got a point. Hey, Larry. There was a murder here last night. And since you work here, have you heard anything? Nick, you're wasting your time. Last night was Christmas Eve. He was with Kiance, obviously. He wouldn't have been standing out here in the cold at night working a minimum wage job. I think what you just said caught him off guard, Maya. Oh, it's just... Kiance's not in town right now. She's in Hawaii on a photo shoot. A model, I knew it. Well, anyway, there was a murder on the lake. The trial's tomorrow. Huh, neat. The defendant is Edgeworth, Miles Edgeworth. Nick, why would Larry know Edgeworth? Whoa, Nick! You don't mean that Miles Edgeworth. Old Edgy? You can't call him Edgy, that's my thing. Yeah, he's a murder suspect. Well, at least no one calls him Miley. Whoa, murder? You know Mr. Edgeworth, Larry? Yeah, of course. Edgy was in the same class as us in grade school. What? Samurai dogs? Tell me about the dogs. Spill the beans on the dogs, lady. Or guy. You mean the samurai dogs? Why are they samurai dogs? I mean, they kind of look gourd-shaped. Oh, well, originally they were gourd dogs, but you know, like guard dogs. Ouch. Samurai thing was Fiance's idea. Oh, she's my woman, you know? She was all, change the name and you go girlfriend. She made me that banner. Man, the kids can't get enough of these samurai dogs. Something about that just seems wrong. Oh, and guess what? She only takes 70% of my salary. I mean, we're getting a ton of customers here at the lake with the big news and all. The big news? Yeah, Gordy. Gordy? What's Gordy? You mean you don't know? It's here in this very lake, a giant, mysterious monster. Gordy. Consumes flesh like it's going out of style. A monster? Yep. Check it out. This is an article from yesterday's newspaper. There's a photo. Hot news. Giant life form appears in Gourd Lake. Wow, it's really real. That's a hand. That's like a large hand with a sock on it. 100%. Nick, a monster. A real monster. Yeah, it's probably just a log or something, right? Hey, there's a quote here from the person who took the photo. What's this? I set the camera to automatic, and when we got into the frame, I heard a loud bang, like an explosion, followed by the sound of something slipping into the water. I wish I could have seen it. Why would there be a sound like an explosion? Larry, could I borrow this article from you? Sure, no problem. That'll be $1 million. Okay. Rival from Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. 1 million? Grow up, Larry. So, Mr. Edgeworth, your classmate was Larry? Wait, what? Mr. Edgeworth was your classmate, Larry? Yeah, Nick, him and I used to hang out all the time. Wow, I never knew. Don't get me wrong, he's always been kind of a stick in the mud, studying all the time, trying to be like father. Like his father? Yeah, Edgy's pop was a famous defense lawyer back in the day. Wow. Wait, you said defense lawyer? Yep. Wait a second. But Mr. Edgeworth is a prosecuting attorney, aka a bad dude. What? Edgy's got a proboscis on his knee, a proboscis on his knee. No, he's a prosecuting attorney. That's like the total opposite of a defense lawyer. Huh? Go figure. He always used to talk about defending the weak who were unable to defend themselves. Man, he used to go on all and all about a man's duty to society and all that. What a bore. I wonder what changed his mind, though. Do you know Nick? I mean, I'm guessing yes. Nick? Sorry, Nick. I don't know much about it. I'm just a simple vendor of samurai dogs, dig? Okay. Go talk to Edgy Boy. Nope. Oh, there we go. What is it? Oh! Nothing. Just something's been bothering me. Could you show me that autopsy report once more? Hey! I remember now. This guy. He's a lawyer that was at that office Mia worked at. I met him once when I was there to hang out with Sis. That office? Wait, you mean the Grossberg Law Office? I wanted to say Law Office, but then I was like, it doesn't have law there, so it became Law Office. Right, that guy! That was the last name I expected to come up. Maybe I should go talk to him, for old time's sake. You ever seen a real-life attorney's badge? Well, what should we do? The police have pretty much made up their minds that Mr. Edgeworth did it. And Mr. Edgeworth won't tell us anything. I guess we could go look for clues down by the lake? Right. Well, Penny, for your thoughts? Thoughts? Yeah, why won't Mr. Edgeworth tell us anything? And... how many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Roll Pop? I mean, why did he freeze to ask for help? What a jerk. Okay, let's actually stop here. I'm pretty much out of time to record for today, and this is the last video of the day, so I'm feeling the vocal fatigue. I recorded a lot of this game today, like more than I expected. I didn't expect to record past the end of episode 3 or chapter 3 or trial 3, but still had the itch. I'm very, very much enjoying the game, and honestly, we might be able to. Well, we probably won't be able to beat it, but we could probably beat this chapter tomorrow, which is pretty interesting. Then we'll be in like actual completely blind content. So, yeah, I'm Extra Cheesy 87. Stay tuned for the next part. And bye, guys.